Good evening and welcome everyone to Goga Fireside Chat Wednesdays. Nice to see everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. I see special ability there. Tati Sifetitsa, Patricia JK, welcome Mama. Thank you so much for coming in. Lady Posh is already here flexing her membership of 9 months. Thank you so much, guys. Our guest is ready. I am ready. I just want to set up a few things here as she takes her coffee in the backstage before we bring her up on the panel. How was your weekend? How was how's the first part of your week? Did you have a great time? Did you have a great time? Have you shared this live stream out? Share this live stream out so that I know Tribe Goga likes taking their precious time before they come for the stream. I know they're going to be here in the next 7 minutes or so. So as they do that, let me just get the banner going. Let's also get our music running. Yeah, then at least we're able to start. I need to get Nahia's channel as well so that I pin it up there so that you guys can check it out as well. We need to grow that channel because you're going to experience amazing transformation here. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining the Goga Fireside Chat Wednesdays. I have missed you guys. Okay, of course, I know I was with you this morning, but I'm just saying I've missed you. Let me get some bit of music going there. 10 million people in the house. Let me just confirm the music is going. Perfect. Yeah, we need something slow, chill, something refined, nothing so hard, nothing bumpy. Hey, Somit, how you doing, Somit? Thank you so much for coming in. Lady Posh, once again, thank you so much for the 9 months of trust. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much. The music, I hope it's not too loud. Confirm. Thank you so much, Special Ability. Sumit, namaste. How is it there in India? It's very late there in India, right? So I think this is good. So let's get, let me check Nahia's channel real quick to confirm something because I need it to be pinned up there so that you guys can also follow the stream from there. Nahia. Okay, there we go. All right. And then I click on it and then I get it. Oh, she has a very nice link. It's very easy to copy. So I'm just going to dump that one there for you guys. And then we can start. All right. Did you see ads on your way in? Okay, perfect. Let me just pin Nahia there. Nahia. Nahia. Alys, amazing. Hey, Jason and Gina. How are you doing, Gina? Welcome. Lisa J. Stocks is in the house. Where did I see you, Lisa, today? I saw you somewhere, Lisa. I saw you somewhere. Let me just put up something real quick. I need to pin Nahia's link. This is done. Okay. Then I just need to pin it up there on top of the chat. And then we are good. Patricia, is everything okay? Somebody was so worried about you today on some live stream I was on, but you are asleep. When I came to your channel, you are asleep. So I was wondering what was happening. Is everything fine? Just confirm for me. Do you have my mouse? Is everything fine? Let me get my mouse and then we are bringing the guest up shortly. I see 14 people in the house. Yes. I love this music. I need a glass of wine. Yeah, it's cozy. It's a nice conversation. This is the Fireside Chat Wednesdays, We're not stressing so much about anything. We're just here to have a conversation and, yeah, fireside chat. A fireside chat. If you don't have Posh, thank you so much. Majel is there. Majel did a very beautiful interview with me. I missed the premiere, but I will give it a rewatch and share it on my community. We had a power outage before I came to the live stream. Hey, Aline, welcome, Aline. Thank you so much for coming in. Lisa is saying 100% Goga. Yes. OG Brin Brown, nice to see you. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, I see all these amazing people there. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. Has anyone heard of Seen from Les? Les has been missing for a while, but I think she took a break from the socials. I think that's the last thing I heard. Les took a break from the socials. I think that's why she's not been like very active. But I think she's okay. I had a conversation somewhere that she just took a small break from the socials. Miss Priceless, nice to see you. I got your message. I will definitely get back to you. I think we are ready. Thumbs up. I see 16 well people in the house. I'm bringing Nahia up shortly. So that we can start our conversation. I am bringing her up shortly, but I have to do an introduction. You know, like a curtain raiser. I have to be dramatic about this. So, I met Nahia like, I think it's now slightly over a year ago on somebody's live stream. And, you know, it was like a beautiful connection, like, and I went to her channel and I was like, you're not posting so much on your content, on your channel. And she was like, you know, she said something to the effect, you know, she's on a journey, she's on a mission or something like that. And, but this girl is talented, like she's amazing. In case there's a wellness advocate out there that I can vouch for, those of you love affirmations, those of you like uplifting messages to encourage you to power through life, I saw it in her content and I was like, I need to have this lady on my panel. This was like 1 year ago when we planned this. Then of course life happens and, you know, people get busy. I got busy. The channel took a different direction. We kind of lost contact for a while and then we reconnected again. We started because we are connected on Instagram. So we kept on having that conversation and back and forth. And we said, you know, Goga, we're going to do that. We are going to do that show. This week, I don't know, the universe ordained that Nahia had a free week. You know, she was not busy this week. And she said, Goga, that show of ours, can we do it this week? And I was like, I'll be more than honored to have you on the panel on Wednesday for the Goga Fireside Chat Wednesdays. And that's why Nahia is here to like have this conversation with you. Take your notebooks. It's not going to be technical. I know you guys are scared of my YouTube tutorials. This is going to be easy. Get your glass of wine. Get your tea. Let me have a Wendy Williams moment. Of poor Wendy Williams, guys. And then we are going to continue the conversation from there. If you have any questions, feel free to be dropping them on the chat. I will try as much as I can to bring them up for her to respond to them. But above all, enjoy this show because you're going to love it. And then I want you to jump there. There's a link I've pinned there. I want you to jump on the other side as well. The live stream is also being streamed from Nahia's channel. This is her first live stream. And in the usual Tribe Goga fashion, let us welcome Nahia, you know, the way we know best. Go to that live stream. You can watch the live stream from there. It is running also on the other side. It is the same thing. But I know you guys love receipts too much. You'll be like, one foot will be here, the other one will be on the other side. It doesn't matter. Just go there, give a thumbs up, and make sure you can stay there and watch the live stream from there as well. It is the same thing. It's not a different show. Fadili family, nice to see you. Baba G, thank you so much for coming in. Sam Kendri Magoha, welcome to the live stream. Miss Precious, once again, nice to see you. Let me say to people real quick before I start. Marlon is like, hey, Wednesday should be called Gossips and Receipts Day. Marlon, behave. Me, I don't know what you're talking about. I told you in the morning, if you start talking about receipts, I will ignore. We have a guest. I don't know what you're talking about, Marlon. I don't know what you're talking about. Asmode, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. I am Latoya. Welcome, Latoya. Nice to see you. Hi, Goga and everyone. Welcome, Latoya. Thank you so much for popping into the live stream. Evangelist Kihunyi is in the house. Welcome, Evangelist. And thank you so much for the amazing kindness you extended to God's child on Monday during her monetization party. Thank you so much for that opening prayer. Lady Posh is like, let me take a shower. You are loud enough. I can hear you, Goga. Wait until Nahia comes and then you'll have to like take that phone of yours to the shower with you. She's very soft-spoken. Very firm but soft-spoken. You will still get to hear her. So I hope when you're going to take that shower, don't go and start taking like a bubble bath, jacuzzi bath there, Lady Posh, and your phone drops into the water and then you start saying, Goga, you are doing your live stream and decided to carry my phone with me to the jacuzzi. Because I know she has a jacuzzi. She was just like about to say it, but she thought it would be a bit too direct. So she's like, she's trying to get away of asking, making me to tell people that she has a jacuzzi. Yeah, so that's why she's saying she's going to take a shower. So she wanted me to say it. So I've said it. Yeah, so Lady Posh, you're going to your jacuzzi. I know. She was like, okay, I don't want to brag, but can you say it? I'm going to take a shower. And I have a jacuzzi. I've done a house tour before. I see Lady Posh also on Nahia's channel already. K1, welcome to the building. Gianna says, you're looking very handsome today, Goga. Oh, Gianna, thank you so much, beautiful. Thank you so much, beautiful. One of the most professional looking people on YouTube streets when she's doing her live stream. It's always amazing to see Gianna. Without further ado, let me stop keeping Nahia in the backstage because I know you didn't come to see me today. Today, some of you just saw the thumbnail. I know some people here just saw the thumbnail and they were like, who is this beautiful lady that Goga is hosting? Marlon, I know. I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying. Some of you clicked on this thumbnail and you're like, Goga, we didn't want to see your face today. But, Gianna wants to see my face and I'm so happy about it. Mina Wodi, nice to see you. Congratulations again on that trade that you experienced the other day. Without further ado, let me bring her up. Oops. Aha! There we go. The big reveal.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was powerful. That was powerful. Amazing. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to be here because this is my first live stream, like you said.
Wait. This is your first live stream?
Yes.
Why?
You're gonna know in a minute.
Okay. Wait, let me make them do something. Guys, this is Nahia's first live stream. Can you go to her channel? It is pinned on the top of the chat. Go there and watch the live stream there. Give her a thumbs up. I know she's going to ask me, Goga, what is a thumbs up? Goga, what is that thumbs up that you like telling people to give you a thumbs up every single time? Go give her a thumbs up there. This is her first live stream, like ever. She's like a virgin when it comes to live streams, guys. This is nice. And look at her. She's already on a panel on her first live stream. She's not even alone. She's already on a panel at Goga's live stream, and that's her first live stream.
I don't know, but I'm just very excited to be. I'm going to be all over the place because this is my first live stream. But please bear with me because I'm very excited and fired up. Okay, I'm ready.
We are glad.
Yeah.
We are glad you're fired up.
Yeah.
And it's so nice to have you on the panel. I know this has been a long time coming. And we've been planning this like for ages. But, I think this was the best time for it to happen,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was the best time for it to happen.
When we first messaged each other, I was in transit. I was so busy.
Yeah.
And I was guilty. I was guilty the entire time. I was like, this is not fair. He wants to do an interview, a live me, and I don't have time. That's why I kept telling you maybe it's not the right time, maybe you can do it. And then I was like, I need to stop making excuses. So when I got this week, I said I have to message you and we just have to do it this week because next week I'm going to be busy. And I was like, I have to do it.
I'm glad you thought that way because I know you're a booked, blessed, and busy woman. It is very hard to track you down. It is very. She's the hardest woman to track down. I left her a message. Let me tell you when I left her a message. Let me go to my receipts. Receipts box. I left her a message. Guys, let me tell you how busy she is. I dropped her a message like, let me check the date. Timestamps. Receipts, you always have to have timestamps. I left her a message like when? Let me see. That was last year? I left her a message on October 16th at 11:09.
Ooh.
She saw it on Saturday. The other day. She saw it. She had not read it. She saw it the other day and then she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She started sending numbers and everything. And she's like, can we have a conversation on the side? She got so frantic. And I was like, yeah, this guys, I thought I'd been ghosted. And she was responding like October, November, December. Imagine if this was a date, guys. If this was a date.
You've done already. If it was a day.
I would have moved on. And Lady Posh is saying that you are glowing. You're glowing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Lady Posh is saying you're glowing. Those are already the compliments that they're already trickling in. Steven is already Goga. What's her channel? Yeah, Steven, of course you have to be here. Steven, of course you saw a beautiful lady on the thumbnail. I knew you'd be here. The channel is pinned there. The channel is pinned on the top of the chat. You know, he didn't even greet me. That is my channel member. He's just like, Goga, what is that channel? He didn't even say hi to me. Like, wow, Steven. Wow. It's fine. Anyway, I know she's going to steal the show today, but it's okay. It's okay. I am not jealous.
This is all you. This is yours.
Coach Merima is here. Coach Merima, you and Coach Merima should be friends because Coach Merima has been here before. You guys should be friends because she's also a life coach and she does an amazing work. Coach Merima is also my honorary channel member. I will connect you to her, but she's on the chat and excited. She say, you know, she's always watching from the bush like you. But for Coach Merima to type on the chat, she's excited. That's why she's typing on the chat. She watches from the bush. She shares me out. Me, I just find evidence that she was there. But today she's chatting. It's gonna rain.
She's chatting from the bush.
She just likes existing in the bush. But today she's chatting on the stream. I am shocked because she saw a coach. She saw another coach right there, and she's like, "These are my people. These are my people." All right, my mods are on the chat. I'm now satisfied. I was just waiting for my managing moderator to come in. That's why I was trying to extend the pleasantries. Sorry about it, but now she's here. Helena Koya, welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Andrea Jacobs, nice to see you. Yeah, you know, you always have to, you always have to get your people to come in. Then you feel a bit safe, so that you can now concentrate on the interview. Yeah, so they're now here. So Nahia, welcome to this house. You know, we've known each other for like a minute now, despite the logistical nightmares of.
Oh, so this boys. Oh. Goga, are you still there? I wonder where he went. Oh, okay. So it's just me and you guys. I don't know where to start, but I can't seem to find him. Was this your trick? To leave me here by myself? You're going to be answering that when you come back, because I don't know where to start. You're supposed to give me questions and then we can go from there, but I guess I have to do it by myself. So hi everyone, I'm Nahia Ali, and I'm a counselor by profession, a transformation coach, a healer, someone who loves wellness. Like, I'm just obsessed with wellness. And every single day, I make it a thing for me to do practices that get me to be the best version of myself, per se. When I met Goga here was one of my friends' live stream when I met him, and she was doing a live stream and she was talking about him, and I said, I actually like him. Just a minute, guys.
Hey Nahia, are you here? Sorry, I had a power outage. We have a power outage. I don't know what's happening. Unmute. Awesome.
Okay. You are back?
Can you say something, Nahia? Just unmute a bit.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello. Let me check here. I wonder where he's going. Oh, maybe now he just lost the network since he just got off. But as I was saying, guys, let me just click in this, just 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, just like I was saying, guys, I met him on a live stream, and he messaged me, or I messaged one of the two, and we were talking, and then he was like, "Oh, I would love to do an interview on you," and I was like, that's interesting. I was like, okay, I think I'm going to do that. And ever since that time, I've been busy. One thing that I'm going to say before he comes in and moderates all these things, I'm not so sure what questions he has for me, and I can't see the live stream, so I can't see you guys what questions you have. So I'm not a person who likes social media. I just don't like being on social media, guys. I'm sorry, but at the same time, I have to be here. Goga, you're back? You need to stop running away from me. Oh my God.
Can you hear me? Sorry, we have.
I can hear you. Okay, I think you can continue here. Okay, so I don't really like social media because of how it just controls our minds and program us to become sometimes addicts of social media. Sometimes we just indulge too much, and we just get these habits. So I take social media breaks, and those breaks, sometimes they can be long, sometimes they can be shorter, depending on how I feel mentally and how I feel I'm ready to actually come back on social media. And I'm not even ashamed of that, and I don't even feel bad about that, because I feel like my mental health is very, very, that's why sometimes I don't. But for not posting on my my channel, because I want, let me just put this out so that by the time he comes back, he has questions for me, then we can continue. I've not been posting on my channel because as I was posting, as I started my channel at that time, I got pregnant with my second child, and I just didn't feel like I didn't feel confident enough to post videos. And after I gave back to her, I just didn't feel confident still in my body to come and post videos. And I was not also in a right mental state. And I was also starting different projects as well back home. So I said, I think I need to take a pause. I know my people are here, they want me to be posting videos, and it's not a good thing, but I had to take care of myself first. That's why I did not do that. But now I feel like I'm ready to start again and post more videos. That's why I said I'm going to agree to the live stream and just be here with you guys and, talk about whatever we're going to talk about today. So let me see if I can get some questions from you guys. Let me see. you have anything in particular you want us to talk about? Oh. It's very interesting that this is my first live stream and he's not here. Oh. Any questions, guys, for me that you would want me to talk about? I think he's trying to come back.
Hey, Nahia, can you hear me?
Yes, please don't run today. Don't run again. Stay. I can hear you.
Don't worry. We have a power outage, so there is no power everywhere. So I had to go back to my phone. So, but I'm glad. Don't worry. You can ably handle this. You can ably handle this.
You have questions?
So can we? If you can get my audio, then I guess. But I like the engagement from the chat already.
Any questions that we can talk about?
Awesome. So I'll put you on solo layout, and then I will just get on with my questions. Have you? Please take this moment to just introduce yourself in the best way you know how, and then we can. Then I'll take on the rest of the questions from here until the power thing is sorted out.
Oh, okay. So someone is asking me, how did you come into coaching? Okay, so coaching, I've always been a coach, but I just didn't know how to call it. Because as I was growing up, I would, like my friends at school, I would be the one to tell, like they would bring their issues, maybe their boyfriend issues or whatever issues, and they would bring them to me. And I would be like, okay, so this is what you're going to do. Or sometimes I would go to their boyfriends and tell them, okay, so you did something wrong. This is not right. So I would be giving them advice and doing stuff like that, but I didn't know. So as I was growing up and I finished my high school, I talked to my mom because it was time for me to actually pick a course. And I didn't know what to choose. So I went to my mom and asked my mom, like, what do you think is, like, what do you think I should do? And my mom told me, since you've been counseling people here and there, you're going to do well in counseling. I was like, what? I was actually shocked that she knew that I was doing counseling, and I didn't know. I just thought that that's what maybe a good person does. So I became a coach when I didn't know I was a coach. So now, as I did counseling and as I went into my into the profession itself and started counseling people would most of the time take it counseling as like, oh, this is for like old people, or it's very slow and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, so I need to find something fancy. I need to do the work, help you guys, but in a fancy way. So that's when life coaching was actually coming up at the time, and I just did a course, got certified, and then just started doing coaching. But specifically, I wanted to just do transformation coaching because the relationship part, which will make sense as I go on, the relationship part for me was not doing well. So I couldn't become a relationship coach. But what I knew to do was transformation because my life was changing. Every now and then I was on a move, I was transforming, I was losing, I was falling. A lot of things were happening around me, and I just knew how to get up. I just felt it's like I always knew how to get back on my feet. So I said, I think I'll be good at doing transformation and just wellness. So I didn't take a relationship. Yet I was good at doing that, but I said I can't study that to go in details. But that's how I got into coaching, and I've been coaching for since 20 officially 2019. But I started this life coaching certificate in 2018. But officially I started in 2019. And I think I started in 2019 because that's when I started my awakening journey, which is when I wanted to go deeper about myself and what I want and my purpose and my desires. So I said it's going to be a good chance for me to take people through the journey and also use myself as an example as I guide them. And that's how I got into coaching, and I've been doing it since. But specifically nowadays, I only do one-on-one coaching. I don't do coaching. I also do team spirit. It's more of a coaching for the teenagers, so I call it team spirit. It's more of motivating them, inspiring them, and some of them have a lot of dysfunctions that they are working through. So I help with that. So that's how I serve. I just want to call it serving. That's how I serve.
Thank you so much for that. There is a very beautiful question on the chat by Island Sisters, and that was also one of the questions I was going to ask you. Because Island Sisters is asking you what aspects of coaching do you focus on, and I like how you said, you didn't go the relationship route, but you decided to go the transformation route because of the many things that were happening in your life. So, to a curious bystander, what is transformation? Why is it important? And in case somebody is trying to think about transformation coaching in itself, what are we working with when it comes to transformation as an aspect of your coaching?
So transformation is not just transformation. Transformation is healing. Because when you say I want to transform my life, it is you saying I want to heal my life. I want to know myself better, and to also know the dysfunctions or whatever I come with, what is making me do this, become this person, talk to people like this, dress up like this. There's so many things to us. And when you say I want to transform my life, it's you healing your life, you changing, you wanting the better for yourself. And most of the times also, you have reached rock bottom, and it's like there's no other choice you have. You just have to transform, or it's like you have to just do something else. That's when you say I want to transform. I would have given you a definition on Google, but I love to give you my own definition about it and how I go about it. So it's more of healing whatever has happened to you, rock bottom, wanting to change, wanting to have a different type of life, maybe a life of purpose, a life of service. Maybe there are some desires that you want to achieve. That's how I see transformation, and that's some of the reasons why people say I want to transform my life. That's how they come to me.
I love how you say transformation is healing, and it's actually a very deliberate decision you make as a person. I think I totally like that. Is there any personal, like life story maybe that could have led you to choose that particular path? Because I know, coaching is not exactly, it's not exactly that path that most people people never even know what to define it. I know the other day I was sitting in the office and one of my bosses was like saying that they need to go and meet their executive coach because that is the person who coaches them as a boss, to make decisions and take certain strategic directions. But would you say, is coaching something that you always had in mind, or what really led you towards this path? Because you could have been anything else. I mean, you could have been, I don't know, a movie director somewhere. You could have been an artist. You could have been many things. But is coaching something that was immediately apparent to you, or what led you into that path?
So asking me that's an amazing question. Before I answer that, I want to go back to I would have been anything else. Yes, that's true. And I also want you to know that I am also other things. I'm not just a wellness coach. I'm also those things because I'm an actress. Like you said, I would have been a director. I'm working to become a director. I am all those things. I am a writer. I paint. Like every bit of desire that I want to have in my life, I try to do it. I don't say, oh, I'm just a life coach or a wellness coach. I'm just going to do this. My brain does not work like that. My brain moves so fast, and I just get excited with my desires. So I'm like, if I just don't paint, then what happens? Or if I like acting, let me just do that. That's why on my Instagram there's other acting parts that I was there because I'm doing that. So coming back to being a transformational or a wellness coach, like I said in the beginning, it just phoned me. I don't know whether it phoned me or I phoned it at a younger age, and I just didn't have. Oh my God. Hold on. Did I put myself out? Okay. So I just didn't know any other way, and also when I decided to get into transformational coaching fully, it's because I was in a relationship at the time, and it was just not a good relationship. I lost myself. I lost my identity. Like I lost my identity into that relationship. And I gave birth to a child. And one time remember this was in Canada, and I didn't have anyone. I didn't have my parents, I didn't have my family to help me out with my child or anyone. And I was in so much pain that I wanted to kill myself like 4 times. But I had this little child. And I remember one time I was so suicidal that we had a date behind my house, and it was just a short date. And then, like not so long, I looked down and I said to myself, if I jump, I'm not going to die. I'm going to break my feet, break something, break my leg, break my body, and they're going to take my son. They're going to do something to me. I'm not going to see my son because my son was very important to me. I'm still not going to die, so I'm going to live still. So I said, if I'm not going to kill myself, means I'm going to do something else. I don't want this life. I'm not going to be a victim anymore. I'm not going to give my power away. I'm going to to transform my life. And I started like that. I started reading books. I was not reading at all. I started my first book. I was going to say this one, but it's not this one. It was The Seed of a Soul. The Seed to a Soul. I don't remember very well, but this was my second book. I started reading about anxiety, stress, how to overcome all those things, because I had this thirst. I was like, I need something. I need to hold on to something because I'm going to lose myself. I started reading. I started engaging on YouTube, people's content that was really motivating and inspiring. I got out and went to the gym. I went in a cooking class. Actually, that's when I met the friend that was doing a live stream when I met you, Franca. That's how I met her. I met her in that class. So if I did not put myself out there, I would not have met her, and hence meeting you as well. So I was putting myself out there. I said, I'm not doing this. Yes. So as I was living my life every single day, day by day, living, I said, it will be nice to know that I'm not alone. So I started Googling, like, to know if someone else is in a position that I was in, because I felt alone. You know, when you're in Canada, it's very cold, the longest winters they have. So I was always alone, and the relationship was toxic. So I was craving for a community, just to connect with someone. So I started to look for people, communities, and I went on Facebook. I was just all over the place on social media. And as I was doing that, I watched a lot of motivation and inspiration. I said, I think they are talking about me. And I remember I was most of the time watching Brin Brown and Lisa Nichols. Those two were amazing for me every single day. And how they were talking and how they were motivating and inspiring people, it made me know that this is the right path for me. I just want to do that as well. Oh, I want to read that.
I love when you mentioned Brin Brown, because I love her. I love Brin Brown, and she's amazing. She's an amazing. I love listening to her. I love reading her thought process, and I'm glad that you brought that out. Freedom, nice to see you. Ramel, like a long time. Thank you so much for coming in. We're having a power problem here in Nairobi, but I'm glad we can continue with this particular, in a conversation. And you are doing amazing for somebody who's doing their live stream for the first time. I'm even shocked. I'm not even feeling the pressure to ask questions, because Coach Merima is doing a good job there. Helen is also welcoming people. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for really holding the space. Despite the technical difficulties, we are still having these conversations. So I forgot to ask Nahia, or you may have mentioned it when I was out on the chat. So you're in Canada. You are you're going through a difficult time, and you decide to make that decision that I'm not going to be a victim. How long have you been in Canada, and when did you leave home? Because I know you are originally from the neighborhood. We share a border. Would you tell us more about that? When did you leave home? And then I'm just trying to imagine trying to survive and you're away from home. You're away from family. How did that feel like? Because when you're home and you're going through something, it is easy because you're I can square it out with mom, brothers, siblings, or something. I can go back somewhere. But you're in Canada, you immigrated probably. You can imagine the nightmare. The cost of living is just crazy. How did you navigate that? And when did you how long had you been there? When did you leave home? Just a background in 1 minute or less.
Sure. So I went in Canada in 2015, and I came back here in actually, as COVID was hitting, that's when I came back. We were like the last people to come out, and then that's when they closed. But for me, I didn't know if COVID was hitting or whatever. It was maybe a calling from the universe for me to leave the place. It's like I made the right decision at the right time. That's what I can say. Because I didn't know anything about COVID. The moment I was home, it hit. So that's what happened. What else did you ask me? Oh, you asked me about the cost of living in Canada. So Canada right now, the cost of living is high right now, but at the time I was there, it was manageable. It was manageable. Right now it's very high, but at the time it was manageable. And I can't say it's because of the cost of living that I left Canada. No, it was just my own decision because I was going to die. I was just shutting down. And I said, I'm not doing this. I have to make a decision. I need to be supported. I need to be next to my family. If it means that I have to leave everything behind, I'm going to do that for me and my son. That was the decision for me. And I don't regret that.
I love that. I love that. Oh, Coach Mary Ma is asking you, where are you now, Nahia? Where are you now, Nahia?
I'm in Dubai. I'm in Dubai. I came here to visit my sister.
All right.
Yeah.
I think you got your answer.
In Uganda very soon.
Just finished that?
Sorry?
I lost you there for a moment. I lost your last train of thought. Sorry. I lost your last train of thought when you are talking to Coach Mary Ma after saying you're in Dubai.
Yes, I'm in Dubai. I came to visit my sister, and I think I'm going to be leaving soon. So you're going to hear me going back home anytime soon from now. Yeah. And I think we'll do live streams there as well.
Nice. Somebody's asking, where is home? Somebody's asking, where is home?
Well, that's a good question. My home is Uganda. I'm Ugandan. That's where my home is. But home can be anywhere that you feel safe, you feel heard, you feel loved, you feel cared for. That's home.
I love that. I'm just going to transition into now that point where you said I need to go somewhere where I am supported. I am not going to end this. I'm going to do this for my son. That is powerful. Most of us, when we get caught up in that, we are caught up in that loop, or we are at those crossroads. We always like taking the easy way out. But you said, no, I'm going to live, and I'm going to become the best, the best version of myself possible out there. I'm almost struggling to ask this question, like, what really powered that kind of decision? Because one moment you're like, maybe I can end it all. And then the next moment you're like, no, I'm going to rise up, put my chin up, and be a boss in this matter. And I'm going to make the decision that I need to make. What is that force that drove you into that transformation? Because if you say transformation is like we healing and looking for that healing journey, how do we get into that space where we can say, no, I am going to stop this and I'm going to embrace the best version of myself out there. I'm not going to take the easy way out.
So if you know me, I'm a Capricorn, by the way, and I don't understand what easy means. My life is hard. My decisions are hard. And all the time, the decisions that I make, if they're not making me like cringe or like stand up, that's not a decision I'm going to take. So I'm always like making decisions. I can't tell you how many times I've lost things. I've lost homes that I've built with my strength and my money and everything. I've lost businesses. I've lost friendships. I do that. That's my life. So, but that is going to also go into, when I look at that, I come from a line of, when I go into my background, I come from a line of women that are very powerful from my mom's side. Powerful women. So if we are going to talk about my book about generational cycles and stuff like that, it will make sense. I come from very, very powerful women, and they make decisions. So it's not something that I was like, oh, it's hard, but it's something that's in me. I don't know how I do it. I just do it. If you can't make a decision, I'm going to make it. Like, I'm not someone who is going to be like, oh, maybe let me sleep on it. No, get a pen and paper. It's going to be done. And I'm always very solution oriented. And I have this method that I normally use. I put the problem down, and I start breaking that problem into 4 times, like 4 parts. And it's like it goes up, down to the last bit. And then as I'm going down, I just pick this one, the last one, and I say, okay, I'm going to start here. So I'm not going to be like, oh, let me start here. No, I start from down. Because I know if I start from down, I'm going to be able to go up again. Sometimes it's hard, sometimes I don't know, it's unknown, it's very scary, but I just have that resiliency. Maybe it's in my DNA, I don't know. That's why I make hard decisions. And the decision for me to leave Canada, it's a hard decision. It's a decision that was so far the hardest decision I've ever made in my life so far. And I think that decision it was setting me up for the person I am today and the decisions that I'm making every single day. It was more of the beginning. It was painful. It was hard for me to call up my lawyer and tell her, I'm not continuing with this. I have to go back home. And then she was like, Nahia, we can do this. I said, no. I'm very grateful that this country gave me an opportunity to be here, but I don't think I'm going to thrive here. She was actually very surprised. And she was like, oh, nobody from Africa has ever call me and told me that. I said, I'm not just Africa. This is my life. It's not working for me. It was cold much of the time. I was indoor much of the time, and was more of so many unpleasant moments. And I said, I'm not going to expose my son into violence and all this, because it's just going to grow up like that. I said, I have to make a decision as a mother and take this out. Because I knew if I don't do that, who is going to do that? No one is going to do that. So that's when I made that decision, but it was hard for me. But I'm glad I like
what you said, and Kisha just brought it up, that you are all about breaking barriers. And I like that conversation, that no one from Africa has ever done this. And you're like, it's powerful, because it's like, I'm the first one here. So moving on swiftly. You are challenging the status quo. You are being unconventional. you're breaking through those barriers. And that actually is going to inform my next question, because in that journey of transformation, I think what I'm getting is the sense that you have to be ready to break those barriers, break those boundaries, that people consider that, because I would look at Canada and I'm like, that's an opportunity. Winsome is watching us from Canada. She's here on the chat. And, I would consider that like, oh, wow, I left Kenya, I went to Canada. But you challenge that and you're like, I need my peace of mind. You broke that barrier. And that takes me now to the next question, which, what are some of the challenges that, in case somebody wants to break out of that, that, let me say somebody's going through pain, somebody's going through that unpleasant moment. What are some of the strategies, or maybe what are some of the common challenges that people normally go through in their bid to break those particular barriers? Because I can assume making that decision to leave Canada was not easy. I don't even want to imagine what was going through your mind, but, what are some of the, it came at a cost. I'm sure that decision came at a cost. But looking back, what do you think were some of the challenges that, it took to make that decision? And what are some of the strategies that enabled you to make that decision, in addition to having very powerful ancestors, of course, standing behind you from your maternal side? But what are some of the strategies that can actually push us into making those barrier-breaking kind of decisions?
Well, there's so many challenges depending on where you are and what is going on in your life. For me, like I told you, it was not a good relationship I was in. And one thing that I have noticed, when you are in a country where it's not your home, it's always very important to have at least a family member, someone close to you. Because when you don't have that, since it's like you are new in a country and you've left what you know, it's unknown, it's going to be very challenging. Challenging to make friends, challenging to make ends meet, challenging to even just navigate. Like where we come from in Africa, in Uganda, we don't have buses or metro stations. We don't have them, So it's going to be hard for you to even just navigate through things and even talk to people. Where I come from, we don't normally be that social, be like, oh, hi, this. Sometimes you just scared to even ask people where you're going because you feel like you're going to be embarrassed. How can you ask? And you want to figure things out. So there's so many challenges. Even if it's not even just in relationships or even in a household, outside the environment, harsh, it can be harsh weather, and you're not used to that. And in the cold, it becomes very lonely for you, depending on where you stay. So those challenges are going to be there, which I faced 100%, and I had to navigate that. But the first thing that I remember I did, my situation was different depending on the person's situation, but mine was different. It was more of a liberation. It was a liberation for me. I was looking for freedom. I was looking for peace. And I also wanted to know who I am and how I'm going, because I always had so many dreams and desires. So I always also wanted to know how my dreams and desires are going to come about. How am I going to have them? So I was always looking at all these things, and there was no way out at the moment. Because if you have this situation on you that you can't move, you're not allowed to go here, make friends, whatever, you're going to feel like you're in prison. So it was more of a liberation for me. And the first thing I did was to find community. Find community. Do not stay in the house. Get out. I had a son, I had a baby, but I had to put him in a stroller, It was always, most of the time, cold. I started with going to churches. I started like going to parks. I would get out. You have to get out, because when you stay, you're just going to be more and more isolated and lonely, which is going to make you depressed. So you have to get out as much as you can. And if you are by yourself, you can start with going to the gym. Oh, if you have a child as well, if the child is ready for daycare, take them to daycare so that you can have time to engage in different communities and with different people. So at least take the child to daycare and have that time. It's very important. Go out there, go to school, do something, do something with yourself. And I don't advise for you to be on social media all the time, because it's going to drain you. Because we know that it's very draining, and you're going to start comparing yourself, your life. You're going to look at people on the media having fun, visiting places, having their freedom and stuff, and you're going to feel like you are depressed. So I don't advise you to be on social media that much. Get out, have physical connection, talk to people, and figure things out. Another thing that I did, I started having, on the way to going to school, I started putting motivation and inspiration messages. Every single day, you need that. You need someone, rather than your voice, that is not beating you down. Someone who is on your side. And that's what motivation and inspirational speakers do. They are on your side. They have your best interest. So start listening to them. It doesn't matter who you're listening to, but make sure every single day, especially when you're starting your day, you are listening to something inspirational and something that is motivating you. The moment you wake up, that's what you do, because that's what I did. Another thing that I also did, I started to change my habits. I started to change the way I was eating. I was just eating a lot of food that is just processed, and I said, okay, I'm going to take more smoothies. I'm going to start taking care of myself. Do that. It's very important. You can also do affirmations as well, because I feel like, I know so, that the moment we start feeling isolated and all these things are feeling, we start to tell our mind that we are not enough. So do affirmations that make you affirm how enough you are. It's very important. I am enough. And I don't just say I am enough. You have to, I call them conversational affirmations. So I go in the mirror and start talking to myself and give myself examples. Okay, so if something says, okay, I'm not enough or what, I just say, okay, so you are enough because remember this and this and this happened. You did this and this. So you are enough. So start to reason yourself back and forth until you feel like you are within yourself and enough. It's very important. Also, you have to know that you are not living this life for anybody else. This is your life. This is your body. This is your soul. This is your call. This is your decision. You have to know that. And if you don't do all these things that I'm telling you, your body is going to become weak. You're going to be depressed. You're going to fall into these cycles, and you're going to attract negative experiences for yourself, which you don't want. So this is your life. Make a decision. I can only tell you these things. I can't come to you and affirm and be like, okay, do this, and then force you into doing these things. I can't do that. You have to make a decision to want the best for yourself. and then do it. That's what I think it's very, very important and keeps me there. Also my ancestors as well. I can say that because I'm very, very respectful of my ancestors, my guides. I'm very grateful, very, very grateful with the life that I'm living and the decisions that I had to make and still have to make. I'm just protected and guided. So I think I was guided into making all these decisions and holding on because at the time my life was not going anywhere. So they were there and guided me into that, making those decisions. I hope I answered.
No, I'm taking notes here, and I'm having I wish I was unmuted. You could be hearing the amen, aha moments I'm having right here, because you're literally dropping the gems. You're literally dropping the gems, and I can see some very great reactions on the chat. And I'm trying to highlight them there, and they're very great comments, and people are just trying to reflect and soak everything that you're trying to say. You said something very powerful there about about the ancestors and how even like your generation, especially, you said you come from a line of very powerful women who made powerful decisions, and there's something there. There's a conversation now, just trying to pick up from what you said. You said you're working on a book, and I got very curious there. What is this book about?
It's my baby. It's cooking, okay? Don't blow it up for me. It's my baby. It's cooking. But anyway, it's as I was getting into coaching and transforming and changing and doing all these crazy, making all these crazy decisions, I had to look into my life and started asking questions. Why am I making these decisions? Is there something more? Why am I like this? What, I started asking questions, and of course, I was asking these questions to myself and also to my parents. So I went back and started asking, when I went back after COVID hit, I started asking my mom these weird questions. And as she was narrating, telling me stories, I was just speaking because I wanted to know where I come from. I wanted to know, why am I like this? Why am I making these decisions? What is the connection? So my mom told me her story, where she comes from and the things that she was doing and all that. So I got interested in cycles and generational cycles and dysfunction and trauma and stuff like that, which made me understand why I chose the men I was choosing, why I made the decisions that I was making. Because one thing that I'm going to say, like on a side note, if you live beyond your means or beyond what is how can I say, if you live beyond what you're supposed to be, you are going to break yourself. It's like most of the time our dysfunction and our cycles, we are living these things. And when you get an opportunity, let's say an opportunity to go to Canada, when your parents had not gone anywhere or traveled anywhere, you are living outside your means. It's like you are doing something that is different, which means you have to blow yourself up. You have to blow yourself up because of this chain that is going with you. That's why sometimes we have these opportunities and they fall. All of a sudden, you have this great opportunity, and then you just sabotage it. You sabotage yourself, and you don't know why. So that's something I got to understand. It's like when you live beyond what you're supposed to live, you blow yourself up. So I got very curious about cycles and how they're working and what we're supposed to do. And I've been writing. It's like a memoir in a way. So I've been writing about cycles, researching what is it, what do we have in common, you know, why do I do this, do that. So I've been writing about that. So the book is about generational cycles. It's about also my life. You're gonna see my life over there, and my challenges and my journey to healing and transformation, my downfall, my rise, all these crazy stories. I've been writing about them, and it's still a process. Why even talking about it? My baby. Anyway,
I love your baby, and that is content right there. And I asked that question because I just wanted to see your face when you talk about your book that you're working on. It's amazing. It's amazing because there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of glow, because it's something I guess you have really invested a lot of time, your mind, and even like a lot of resources in it. And we are looking forward when it comes out that, you know, we'll get to actually experience this life. Stephen is like, I'm loving this one. She's very insightful. David Ant is like, Goga is very quiet and smiling. I love this. David, leave me alone. David, leave me alone. I told you guys in the morning we behave. We have a guest, guys. And I told you it's serious conversation and it's transformation 101. Transformation 101. I want to go back into the coaching. What does that look like? You know, like, what is a coaching experience with you? What does that look like? And what are some of the stories? I mean, I know you have that. I don't know that you have this thing, this doctor-client confidentiality thing that, therapists and lawyers and everybody always have. I know you may not be able to give us the specifics, but what does coaching look like, especially when you have to interact with a client? And if, let's say, Stephen wanted to come, Stephen says he wants to book, he wants a book, and let's say if Stephen wants to come and experience coaching from you, what will that look like? And what are some of the interesting things that you've helped your clients navigate? Maybe one or two that are very, there are those ones that you remember and you're like, oh, that Goga person, I remember him with this particular issue. So just share with us that.
Well, I'm going to actually start with that. I have two of my best clients. Like, I love them. These girls are powerful. They're amazing. And I'm not going to say exactly everything, but it depends on where you are, like I told you. And transformation is not something you just wake up and be like, okay, I want to transform my life. There must be something that has happened, and you want to change where you are to go to have a different experience. So the first thing that when you come to me that I'm going to take you through, is what is it that you want to do? It's like you are here, but where do you want to go? How does that look like? So we are going to create an awareness about where you want to go, how it looks like. And then after that, from where you are, we are going to start moving to that. So one of the clients that came to me, they are lost literally everything, and they have been actually stolen. The shop was stolen. It's like when you have that bad day, it's like they steal your stuff from your shop and they steal your stuff from your home. that double situation like that. So when I met them, they were in that situation and they didn't have hope. I remember talking to this person and I told them, so where do you want to go? I don't know. There's nothing. It's black. I have nothing. I don't have money. I don't have where to stay. I don't have anyone. So first, what I did with her is to go into self-love. We had to figure out how she's going to love herself back. And then with that, we started figuring out how we are going to find a place to stay and how we are going to manage or get a job or do something. Those are things that we did. And then before we know, we were moving, she got a place, and then, you know, she started loving herself in that place and putting herself, like spreading her energy in the place and, you know, doing motivation, doing affirmations and listening to motivation and inspiration. One thing led to another. So what I'm going to say about my transformation, I'm not in control. You are in control of your life. So I let you know that this is your life and you can stop anytime. So if you want it that bad, you are going to do these things, and these are the tools. If you don't want to do it, it's fine. So that's how I do it. Because if I spoon feed you and give you everything, you are going to reach these places and you're not going to feel the journey. It's not going to be embraced in you. So I don't like to create, to just feed you. I just want to teach you to go and fish for yourself and feed yourself instead of me giving you all these things. So I make sure that you are in control, 100% in control. I'm just a guide to guide you, give you tools. It's your decision. So I won't go in details about that. If you book an appointment with me, you will know that. But one of the best clients I've had, amazing. They're doing well. They have a family now. They have a thriving business in just 2 years. 2 years. When I visit her, I'm like, this is great. I love it.
I love that, and you know, it goes a long way. It goes a long way into it. Yeah.
Did you go? Hello? Okay. I was really enjoying your questions. So come back. I was really enjoying your questions.
Sorry, Nahia. I know that you had me. I think I got lost there for sorry, I got lost there for a moment. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sorry, let me just fix. Yeah. Mercy Empire thing. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm coming back to it. Yeah, I'm coming back to it. I think I just got frozen there for a moment. I wanted to acknowledge a raid. Thank you so much, Mercy Empire, for the raid. Appreciate the raid. Thank you so much for that. We still have a power problem here, but don't worry, I still have enough juice, but you know, it may keep fluctuating, but don't worry. This is the beauty when you have a co-host. She can just go on. And you know, she's a coach. In case I get frozen, she can carry on the mantle. And then I will.
Okay, I think he's gone. I'm just looking here on some notes that I took so that at least to have a conversation, because I can't see your questions. He's the one that have them. Let me try to see. Is there any question? Because I don't see anything. Okay. Maybe let's talk about self-discovery. So when you also come to my coaching, or if we get to have a one-on-one, there's what we call self-discovery as well. You are going to discover yourself. Like I told you, I'm not in control. You are in control of your life. I'm only here to guide you. I'm not here to give you magic or things. You are the magic yourself. And I let you know in the beginning of the session, you are the magic. I'm just a guide. So we work on self-discovery. You are going to discover what you want, who you are, where you want to go. What are some of your desires? What are the things that make you happy? And also on the other side, what are your dysfunctions? What are things that, behaviors or habits that you have that are not contributing to where you want to go? So we talk about self-discovery and we start the journey. There are exercises that we go through. Some of the exercises will be mirror exercises. There's also statement exercises that I give you. Work on that until you start discovering and feeling yourself. It's very important because this is your life. I don't know. You are the expert of your life. So I can't sit here and say, okay, this is this and this is going to happen. No, you are the expert and I'm only here to guide you and see where where you want to go. Oh, are you back? So are you back, Goga?
Yes, I am. I don't know what happened. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Awesome, perfect. Sorry, I hope you continue with your question because I was just acknowledging the raid from Mercy Empire, and thank you so much, guys, for your patience. I told you, Nahia is amazing. She can handle the interview with a lot of grace, even if I disappear. So I'm very confident that she can carry on. And I can't imagine it's her first live stream. So if you guys are not checking out Nahia's channel, she's going to talk about that shortly. Please go there. It is pinned up on the top of the chat. You can watch the live stream from there. She's going to talk about it shortly before we continue. Hey, Rob, nice to see you, Rob. I see Chemarich, Caroline. Thank you so much for coming in. All these people came from Mercy Empire. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid. You are most welcome in this beautiful house. We are having a conversation here with Nahia. Nahia is a life and wellness coach. She's currently on travel. But she's amazing. She's from Uganda, and she's giving like a lot of gems of wisdom here. So please connect to her amazing house. She's going to talk about it there, and she's going to tell us why she stopped posting 3 years ago. In fact, I was stalking her channel the other day, and somebody wrote for her, "Sis, you need to get back in the game. You're very powerful." So we're going to talk about that shortly. Nahia, I want to ask a question. I don't know that I don't know that I interrupted the other one or you finished it because let me know. Did you finish responding to that other question when I dropped off?
I'm just gonna say one thing, then we can go to another one. So I talked about self-discovery that we do. At the same time, it's also very important for you to know your truth. What is your truth? And in my coaching, or actually, let me not even talk about coaching, because This is life. You have to know your truth and live in that. If you have that dysfunction or whatever, we are all dysfunctional. All of us. Humankind. We are dysfunction. We are running around trying to figure this life out because we are not even given a journal as we came in here. We are just trying to figure things out. So you have to be true to yourself. Because if you want to transform your life and then you are lying and then doing this and then, all those things, it's not going to work for you. You have to stand in your truth. If there's something you did that is not right, you have to acknowledge that and take responsibility for that and live in that and speak that so that you break that and get into another loop, So speaking your truth is very important, not just in my coaching, but when you go to a life coach, a counselor, a therapist, truth. That's all. That's all we need. And just speak your truth and see how things are just going to go. It always end up well. Yeah. We can move on.
I love that. And guys, feel free to ask Nahia any question that you may have. You have a life and wellness coach here. I don't know how much she will charge you for a private session, but take advantage when she's on the panel because she's pro bono today. She's not going to charge you for anything. So you might as well take advantage when she's still seated on this panel in case you have any particular question, and then we can get that free advice. But of course, a personal approach definitely makes you guys get deeper into any issue that you may be facing. I had a question that may also just open up the conversation now for questions. What advice would you give somebody, especially who is struggling to transform, make a change? Because I like your definition of transformation. Transformation is healing. Transformation is healing yourself, and I think I'm going along with that now. So what advice would you give somebody who is struggling to now make that transformative move just to be able to work on their healing, or even break free from patterns? Because we also talked about patterns and cycles, and I like what you said about your book is going to focus on breaking cycles, generational cycles and whatnot. So for somebody struggling to break out of those cycles that, and you say that, sometimes when you're biting more than you can chew, it will not exactly work out because of the generational aspects of it. So what if I want to break away from this generational cycle? What if I want to break away from the patterns I'm used to and embrace my transformation and thrive? What is the advice out there based on your experience as a life coach? I know it's a broad question, but I know you can handle it for us. And thank you so much, everyone who is still tuned in. I see all of you. My moderators are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much. We don't have power in my entire area, so that's I'm on. I'm glad I have my host here who is capably handling this conversation. So carry on.
Okay, I'm going to say 3 things, and this is not just for the coaching or for the book. This is things that I did for myself. The first thing that I did, and I would advise you to do, is pick interest in your family background. Pick interest in that. Make research, because we are born out of stories. We have stories that come with us. Our parents, we just didn't come out of nowhere and we are here. We come from stories, just like you right now. You met your boyfriend and then you dated and then ups and downs and whatever. And then before you know, you have this beautiful, amazing child. So just like that, you come from a story. And I want you to get interested in that story, how you came about. And if you can, go back to your grandparents' story as well. And then after that, start making dots as you come. as you go and be like, okay, so my grandparents are here, and then my mother is here and my father. And how are all these things connected? How am I connected to all these things? You know, what is the background? What were their strengths? What is their dysfunction? What are their behaviors? What are the good things? How did they advise you? Like, how did they guide you into life? What were their advice? Things like that. Just get interested. That's the number one thing that I'm going to say, because when you do get interested in your life background and the story of how you came about, you are going to know why you are doing the things that you do. You cannot know what you don't know. That's something I'm going to tell you. If you don't know something, you don't know. So go get knowledge about that. Another thing that I'm going to say, I wrote something down, by the way. Okay, so I already said the second one. See how it's connecting to your life. For example, you might be one person that I know. You might be having a cycle with the person that you met, and it's like their parents met but never got married, and your parents met but never got married. You have to look for why the both of you have this thing. Their end, they didn't get married. Your end, they didn't get married. You have to know why. And then, if you can, ask them about their story as well, so that you make all these dots. Make dots on all these things. Get a pen and a paper. When you are doing coaching with me, you are going to buy so many books and pens. We are going to be writing. We are writing these things all the way, because you have to get it out of your head and see it physically. So you're going to do it so much. Whatever you find out, whatever you do, write different stories that they tell you, and then try to make dots on how these things are meeting. The next thing that I'm going to say, and the last thing that I'm going to say, what I did is taking dates. I'm very it went back to when I was born that year, to all the years, and say, okay, in 2021, which class was I, and how was I feeling? What was happening? Okay, this happened. In 2023, in 2024, write dates, because you need to go back and find out who you are and how you are living your life. You need to do that, because when you know that, you will know where it went wrong, and you will know how to break these things. But if you're not aware, you can't know. What are you going to break that you don't know? You are not exposed to it. You are not aware of it. It's just going to take over your life over and over. So get dates, start writing dates, and think as much as you can each year how you are feeling, what was going on with you, which class was that, what was the type of relationship maybe your parents were in, how did you feel about yourself, how did you look, and then all these dates, you make a short stories of what was going on with you. And then after that, look at all these dates and start looking for common stories. Pick this, and it's like it's going to be a puzzle for you. And put it, and try to put things together. So when you do that, you are going to find not just whatever is going on with you, it's going to blow your mind. You are going to blow yourself. how you've been moving in this one thing and you have no idea. And then to add on, when you look at your parents as well, and then look at your life as well, it's going to blow your mind. And that's where you are going to start the journey to breaking your cycles, to transforming your life. That's what I can say about that one.
You have a nice reaction here by Lady Posh. I think this may be a great place to start the conversation. Lady Posh says, what pains me more is how comes our parents or guardians couldn't see anything wrong, but for us, we could spot them before we even became parents?
Well, what I can say about that, generations change. So now we are in the Aquarian age. It was Piscean age, if you're familiar with it. Because I like to keep myself very aware of things that are happening, especially around the universe, the cosmos. So that's more of astrology and stuff like that. So we were in the Piscean age, and this now is Aquarian age. Aquarian age is more of speaking, communication, humanitarian, and it's an age of the truth. So a Piscean age, where most of our parents grew up from, it was more of a hideaway, it's like sweep things under the rug. They would see what was happening and still not talk about it. Now, it is left. Are you saying something?
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, so now it is left to us to actually pick that up. Because when I grew up, you couldn't talk about certain things. Yes,
that's
happening.
True.
And such things is mental health. Mental health is one of them. We couldn't talk about it. No.
There's actually stigma around. Even we were having this conversation 2 weeks ago, where we were saying that even there's around when you say when there's a mental health issue, there's still stigma even in this part of the world around mental health. People still look at you some type of way, like, what's wrong with you? We are black, we don't have those problems. I totally resonate with what you're saying.
Yes, there are things that we used to not talk about. For me, I even grew up and had never had a conversation about boyfriends and sexuality and stuff like that. I had to grow up and figure things out. And as a young child, as a young adult, you're going to make a lot of mistakes if you are not guided. If some conversations were not hard, you're going to make so many mistakes. And that's why we made so many mistakes and then said, wait a minute, something is wrong here. And that's when we got into this, what is it called? This transformation coaching, or wanting to do more and wanting to talk about these things. Because it was affecting us. And no one told us, oh, okay, so you're going to do this, guiding us. So that's why we can see, and our parents, I don't think they didn't see. Let me correct that. They saw it, but it was something that we never talked about. It was the elephant in the room you can't talk about. Even if someone is mentally ill, even if you are in an abusive home, violent home, you don't talk about it. Be quiet, eat your food, listen to the elders, and that's it. And at the end of the day, as we are growing up, we have these dysfunctional tendencies and behaviors, and we don't know how to act around one another. We don't know how to love one another because we grew up in an environment where we are not loved. We are not taught how to love. We are not given affirmation. We are all just criticized. You can bring something nice to your parent and be like, oh, I did this or maybe performed at school or dancing or sports or whatever, and they say, oh, okay, nothing, that's it. So how can you grow up and even know how to praise your child? You cannot give what you don't have. So we were forced to look into these things and say, okay, I grew up in a toxic or a not a good environment. Now I need to do something about it. So that's why we are here. That's why we are having these conversations. That's why. And on top of that, it's an Aquarian era as well. It's all about the truth. Everything that was swept under the rug is coming out, and we have to deal with it. We have to heal it. We need to accept it. We need to know that it's here, and we work on it. So that's why we're having this.
I like what Steven says. Steven says mankind needed to grow enough to ask why, and I guess that's tied to what you're saying about the generation. And then Sheena here says, rise above the past. Don't rise above the past. Visit it, but don't stay there. I think that's an excellent thing, guys. I welcome questions. At least Nahia has given some very crystal points when it comes to transformation. She's talked about, she also delved into social media. She talked a lot about breaking cycles, generational as well. She also talked about, she gave advice on some of the things that you can intentionally do when you're embracing transformation. So I welcome any questions that you may have for her. She's a life and wellness coach. She talked about affirmations, and I'm big on affirmations, Nahia, and I've told you this before. Like one of the things that made me love your content was the power of affirmations, and you still do them. Even I notice, even though you've not been posting content a lot, and that's going to be my next discussion on your channel, you still post them on the community page. That's how powerful these affirmations are. You share them on your Instagram like every single day. You always drop an affirmation there. What is your favorite? What is your most favorite affirmation? And why? And I know you already said that it's important to affirm ourselves, and you said something like conversational affirmations. Where do you get your affirmations from? And which has been your most favorite affirmation? I know we always say, I am enough. I am a force to reckon with. I am, we say a lot of things. I am, a lot of I am there. So what is your most favorite affirmation, and where do you get your affirmations? Because I like what you say, that affirmations can be like your guide. They speak to you. They speak your language that affirms you and makes you feel more ready to take on the world.
Yes. My one of the favorite affirmation, I won't say favorite, but one that I use most of the time. You guys can't see this. Let me show you something. On my PC, all right, you see here?
Yes. Oh wow. Okay, stickers. Hold on. Let me put you on solo layout so that we can see it. Just do it again.
So I have to put all this.
Wow.
This. Like, even now having this, I have this. It's actually, this is my favorite. I am in flow. This is one that I have to have every day. It's like I write it down and I put it here. If I'm doing an interview like this, if I'm talking to someone, I need to see it there. I am in flow. And for me, being in flow is that I am not in control. The universe is in control here. So I'm in flow. Whatever wants to come in is coming in. I'm in flow. I don't have to attach to anything. I don't have to get hold up, or I'm just in flow. So every day, I have to remind myself that I'm in flow. It helps you to not get attached. Sometimes you have these terrible conversations or hard conversations or whatever conversations, and it's good. It's good to have this. You're in flow. you don't have to hold on to these. They're just coming and they're getting out. So nice. I am in flow. It's here. I have it. I wrote it down. And then I have this one. I'm very grateful all the time. I have to write it here. Thank you, Spirit. I have to put it here every time because gratitude and affirmation very important to me. I have to acknowledge the universe every now and then, every time, because if it's not the universe, I would not be here. So I have to be grateful, and it's good for me to see it here, to remind myself, to calm my mind, and also know that I'm in flow. I'm not in control, and I don't have to be. I'm just here to deliver information.
I love this. I am in flow. I am grateful. I am. And then Musty, just before I go to David's question, because David has other questions that I wanted to ask. Musty says that her affirmations are full of targets though. How do you distinguish between, because some of us I think are so used to corporate speak and corporate lingo that when we start thinking of affirmations, we even start putting targets on them. You know, like how do we run, how do you make sure that we don't run the risk of making affirmations become like moving targets, like corporate targets where you're supposed to deliver and, be evaluated on? Because I feel affirmations need to be, you see, I'm in flow. No expectations. There is like no, just be in the moment. That's for me how I look at affirmations. But for Mercy here is like saying hers look like targets. What will you say to her?
So, in a corporate world, maybe she's in a corporate world. That's why she's talking about targets and stuff like that. I don't know if she's there, but
yes,
most of the time, my work, I'm like I'm moving. I'm always working on myself. That's what I do. And I know I'm not perfect, and sometimes I'm going to hold on to things, and things are going to crush me, and I have to put things in my life that remind me of who I am. That's how I see affirmations. I have to put them there. Even when you go to the bathroom, I have to put sticker notes. Because I'm a work in progress. I'm not perfect. And sometimes you get caught up. So it just depends on the situation. But what I can tell you, that is self-discovery and knowing your truth. Most of the time, when we are living a life that is not so connected, let me say, when you don't have a proper relationship with yourself, you are not going to write the proper affirmations for yourself. So it's also important for you to have a relationship for yourself, with yourself, so that when you are writing now, like I wrote this, I'm in flow, there's a relationship I have with me. And before I cater to you guys, I have to cater to me first. My mental health is very important, and I have to keep that. So you have to know that this is your life, and you go first before us. So anything that is going to make you feel enough, make you feel like you are in the best place, you are at peace, write it down and see it as much as you can. It's very important for you. So have that relationship with yourself. Very important. And know your truth. What is your truth? So everything I said, all matching up. It's all matching up. Knowing your truth, knowing what's going on with you, discovering yourself. When you reach all these places, you will know what to affirm. You will know what to say to yourself. You will know how to show up for yourself. And then it's going to be easy for you. Because for me, I I did it, Goga, when we were just having our test drive. I'm gonna say test drive. I just wrote it here. I said, okay.
Nice. I am in flow. I love it. No, I was actually like I was just thinking about it because earlier on today I had an incident. So my neighbor scratched my car. And I didn't know. So I think he was reversing or something. So when I go down to the parking and I want to go to work, I'm like, no, this scratch wasn't there. And I was livid. I was so livid, like I was pissed, because I was like, there is no way I'm going to take that car to work, because I'm not that careless. I like to think I'm very careful and meticulous and everything. So I dumped the car there, and I'm like, I get an Uber to the office. But I was angry because he was asleep. He came home very late, and I couldn't get him because he was dead asleep, and he couldn't help me at that point. So I went, did my work, came back. Interestingly enough, the anger had gone because I've interacted with my colleagues. I've had coffee. I'm now okay. And then I'm looking at the scratch. I'm like, oh, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Then, of course, I go knock. The wife opens. And he's like, oh, my husband is still asleep. I'm like, no, tell your husband to calm down because I need the scratch fixed. And then, he comes and I'm ready. I am ready with words. And then he's like, he was so casual about it. He was in flow. Like, he was literally in flow. And he was like, I am so sorry. This happened very late, very early in the morning. I didn't want to wake you up. He totally disarmed me. But what I realized is that I wasn't angry anymore. I was in a very good space. That I didn't, I'm glad that I didn't react. And I'm glad he didn't wake up in the morning, because I don't know, it would have been probably something else altogether. So I totally like this power of affirmation, because sometimes it also helps you check in with yourself sometimes and, realize your triggers, realize what are the things that, you need to like watch out for and things like that. So very powerful statements there. You have a number of questions here. I know I've kept you here longer than the time I gave you. So I have a few questions that you've been asked here. Let me see. So the first question here. Oh my goodness, let me acknowledge a few things here. I got a new channel member, Movie Farm. Thank you so much for joining the membership. Let me just play for Movie Farm something real quick there before I ask your questions. The ones that I've seen so far on the chat. This is for you, Movie Farm. You did the thing. Thank you so much, Movie Farm, for the support. I totally appreciate the support. Thank you so much for joining the membership. I also want to acknowledge Alex. Alex confirmed. Alex is my oldest channel member and my founder channel member. He's commemorating 21 months of membership to this channel. Alex was my first member, so I always really appreciate the support. And he stayed with me for all these 21 months, always supporting the channel. Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Now, the first question that I spotted on the chat. I don't know why David Ant is asking you about moving to Kenya. David Ant is like, if the opportunity arose, or the right question was asked, would you move from Uganda to Kenya? She doesn't need a visa. It's literally home. She can literally visit Kenya as much as she wants. She doesn't even need does it?
I can visit Kenya. It's not even a question. Actually, oh my God. Now this is an opportunity for me to come to Kenya because I've never been to Kenya.
No. Okay, I've been to Uganda. I've been to Uganda, but at the border. So yeah, okay. I was almost judging, but then I realized, okay, not too soon. But
I wouldn't move to Kenya, but I would definitely visit Kenya. Definitely.
You didn't move to Kenya? Why?
I moved to Kenya because I don't know Kenya well, but if I'm the welcome and whatever is amazing, then we can think about that. How about that?
Awesome. I think David is happy. And then Helen Akoya, is my managing moderator, says, I needed this talk. Oh my God, some talks are so deep and they raise an alarm to some things that are happening in our lives. And that's a good thing. I guess as a coach, it's good because you're like the guide, and then now we have to introspect and think about some of these things. So that's a compliment. And then Sheena here said, just hold on. Sheena here said, learn what triggers you and then work on that problem one at a time. Yeah. Trauma from the past. I don't know, you can weigh in on this if possible. So yeah, I think David is like, I've been asking questions about moving from Uganda. Oh, David, leave me alone. I think your question has been answered. And I think Lady Posh's question has also been answered. I think that's pretty much it. Let me see whether there's anything new on the chat. Nahia traveled to Kenya with me this Easter holiday, then back. Mercy Empire is actually in Uganda. She actually works in Uganda, by the way, but she's Kenyan. That will be a nice, yeah. She's amazing. I think you guys will like it. You'll hit it off nicely.
Please DM me, message me, do whatever you're supposed to do, and let's get in touch. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Tina Lee, nice to see you. Tina Lee in the house. Darlene Bustamante says that she gets her affirmations from Asmodee. And Asmodee is also in the wellness space. And I'm sure Asmodee is enjoying seeing you on the panel because I think he's just thinking collaborations. He's based in the United States. And he's also very great on these affirmations, the power of affirmations on his channel. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much it. Let me see, guys, is there another question that you have before I ask my own questions? Hey, OMB, welcome, another wellness queen. Thank you so much for coming in. Nice to see you, OMB. I think that's it. Have I skipped anything? Good. I know when to scratch Goga. Steven, leave me alone. Concentrate. Steven, you have a question for Nahia. Please ask. You've been like saying very nice things on her channel. I see you there on the comment section. And then let me see. I think that's it. I got through the questions. Alex is saying hi to Helen. Let me read you one on my laptop. It goes like this: I will achieve my weekly target of 7 million per week. Wow, 7. That's a good one, right? It's
yeah, that's a
wow. Mercy, you deal with 7 million per week. Wow. What do you do again?
It's possible.
No, I'm just shocked. What does she do? What does she like do for a living? Like 7 million per week. Wow. That's your target. What do you run there in Uganda? Yeah. That's amazing. Mercy, you just disclosed that you make 7 million per week. Don't be surprised if you start getting stalkers on this live stream. I just warned you. I don't see any question. Maura, is there any question that you have? Okay. Tina Lee has asked a question. Nahia, how do you get your skin so clear?
Now that's a different conversation. What do I
I like how you
let me think. All the things that I've talked about that I've been working on, which also gives you that glow because it reduces stress. Number one thing, reduce stress. Very important. Be in flow. Be in flow more often. Because when you're in flow, you're not attaching to things, so you're not frowning and you're not getting pimples. So that's going to help. I won't tell you to drink water because you know that you have to drink a lot of water, and I drink a lot of water. But I have some products that I use as well because I do not want to say, oh, I was born like this. No. So most of the time I use ordinary products are the ones that I use most of the time. That's how I do it. And drinking a lot of water and being in flow. I hope I answered that one.
Tina, I hope you got it. Let me see. David is asking you, what is your stance on how a wife treats her in-laws as a Ugandan woman? Momo talked about this. Oh, Momo is also one of our Ugandan friends. So I think she talked. She's married here in Kenya. She's married to a Kenyan man here in Kenya. So I think David was on that live stream as well. So that is the question. I think this is more really about the culture than back in Uganda.
Can you phrase the question for me again?
What is your stance on how a wife treats her in-laws as a Ugandan woman?
My stand on how a wife treats her in-laws?
Yes.
Now that's a different conversation. And I don't want to stand here and talk to you as if I'm an expert about that. I'm not married. Okay? So I wouldn't really give you the right advice, but respect is very important for both parties. Respect, and also when you work on yourself, the people around you, they start to behave a certain way. They behave differently around you. So you start to attract better, because it's like when you're on a better vibration, the people around you are going to raise their vibration too, so that they can get to your vibration as well. So if you are being in flow, working on yourself, affirming yourself, minding your business as well, because it's very important for you to be in your business, not the in-laws.
I like how Mercy is struggling to clarify. Goga, please tell them I'm employed. I don't want targets on my head. I don't make 7 million weekly. I'm employed. I make money for the company. Oh my goodness. I think she asked Tina Lee. I think she answered. Oh, Tina Lee is asking you, Nahia, are you single? The guys are asking. Which guys? Which guys are asking? I didn't see any guys ask on the chat. Which guys? Tina Lee and receipts.
I'm currently not. Anyway, I'm not single because I am with myself. So no, I'm not single.
and the men.
If you understand.
the men's hearts were collectively broken. Let me drink my water.
So, but I'm not looking.
Okay. I think it's answered. I think it's answered. Guys, there is no explanation. The question has been answered. Stay with it and be, it is what it is. Kisha is saying, I agree. Respect and love yourself, and others will follow suit. Absolutely. Lady Posh says, minding your business doesn't mean no receipts. Okay, don't just ignore that one.
I'm ignoring that. I'm just following what you're saying. Ignoring it.
Yeah. Tina Lee is a mind reader. No, Tina Lee was like, I like how Tina Lee asked that question. And I didn't even see any guy ask that question. He's like, Tina Lee, are you? And the guys are asking, which guy? I've not seen any question. I've been looking for questions on this chat and I've not seen any question like that. So I'm like, Tina Lee is a mess. But we love Tina Lee. We love Tina Lee. Lady Posh says, as I do say, I'm married to myself and I love myself so much, I can't divorce me. Ooh. Okay.
But we need other people too. So don't marry yourself. At least date yourself. But
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me see. I'm sorry, guys. Respect is so important. I was trying to help Goga out. Yep. I don't know what that means. Even Sheena was talking about it. I'm a double. Mercy Empire says, Mercy and false advertising. This lady lied to us that she was going to get married on February 29th, and she forgot that February 29th actually happened this year. She thought it doesn't exist. And then we were like, oh, that is Thursday. And we were like, she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. So there was, it was supposed to be a joke that didn't age well. And she owes us money for that. She owes us money for that. Okay. Guys, any other questions for Nahia? Because I want to now ask her about her YouTube channel. I know you said you're working on a book right now. And I know you don't want to discuss the nitty-gritties of the book until it is out. And of course, I totally respect that, because I have to respect your creative process as well. Because books take time. I've been writing my book from 2019. And I'm still stuck on a chapter that I don't know why I can't unstuck myself. I remember when I was in grad school, and my professor used to tell me that in case you ever get stuck, don't look for me. Get yourself unstuck and then look for me when you're unstuck. And I'm like, this chapter bothers me a lot. I feel like I don't want to finish it for some reason. And yet I need to finish it so that I move on to the next one. Because it has to spell what I'm going to think about in the next chapter. So I totally respect your creative process, and I'm looking forward to that book. No pressure. We'll be waiting, and we'll be here to share it out. But what about your YouTube channel? You started your YouTube channel. I know it has not been very active. What inspired you to start the YouTube channel? What was the motivation behind it? I know you have not uploaded recent videos. Congratulations on your first live stream, which is with me. Okay. And amazing work posting on the community page every single day or every other day. But what inspired you to start the YouTube channel, and what was like the logic behind you starting the YouTube channel, and what was the plan?
So I started my YouTube channel. I think it shows 2021 there, or 2020, somewhere. But I started uploading videos because of the transformation that I was going through and the things that I was getting to know at the time. And I felt like it's going to be good to share information like that. So that was initially the reason why I started that channel. But at the same time, when I started that channel, I think there were so many things that I was doing at the same time. And I'm someone who doesn't know how to, I know how to multitask, but there's always those tasks that are more, they take me more than one. So I was I had started my charity organization. I was doing Teen Spirit. I was doing a lot of things. So I said, I won't have time, and then getting into relationships and stuff like that. So I kind of lost my way, and I didn't know how to get back, because what I didn't want to do is to show up on my channel when I'm not what I'm talking about.
Smart. Yeah.
So I couldn't record videos because I was not in that place. It's like I had lost myself, and I had to find myself again for me to actually sit here and even have this conversation with you and not beat myself up. Because I would have looked at channel having all these videos and people following, but it wouldn't be something I'll be proud of right now. So I had lost myself. So I said, I'm going to take a break. Because for me, I don't know if I'm a patient person, but I believe that I don't have to rush anything. Everything happens at its own time. And those that who love me and care about my content and my work, they will always find my content and my work, and they will understand. So that's what I didn't post. So right now, I feel like I'm in a good place to do videos again, even being on a live stream. This is big for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is big. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do more live streams now. I feel like I need to do more live streams. So I might just do live streams. And another thing that I really don't like that much is to talk by myself. I don't like talking by myself.
I know. Don't worry. I always have my crazy people here to talk to. So I always say, and even today when I was I woke up so early and I decided to do a yoga practice very early in the morning, knowing that they're not going to be there because I know the time. So I was like, let me wake up at 5 in the morning so that I can do my yoga in peace without the distraction. They still came and distracted me. David Hunt was there, Kavi was there, Sheena was there, JD was there, and I was like, they ruined my practice at some point. They were just discussing totally unrelated topics. So I was like, I thought you people are supposed to be asleep. That's why I decided to come early when none of you is here. But you know, it is what it is. I think you should. I think exploit. It is much easier because there's no pressure to edit videos or things like that. If the editing is there, it's very minimal. It doesn't give you a lot of pressure like videos, because videos is a whole production. You have to edit, cut parts, throw in transitions, put layer music or something. But I like how live streams are just like direct, and just exploit will be there to support you as much as possible. And that takes me to my final question to you. So if let's say you get back into the space of live streams, and you talked about social media as well, and we live in a world where you really have to use social media as an enabler to promote yourself, and Coach Merima was talking about it earlier. So I want to look at you not just as an author because you have a book coming up, but how are you going to integrate, let's say, the coaching skills that you have into your writing, your YouTube channel, and also into your social media marketing, for lack of a better word, or engagement? How are you going to infuse all these things just to ensure that your message is still on point? Because I know you're very passionate about transformation and change. How are you still going to infuse all these skills and ensure that you still deliver the message?
I'm going to figure that out as I go, because I can't help that. I want to be as much as I can in flow and speak as I feel what is needed to be spoken, and share what I think is going to create impact and help people out. So I can't say that this is what I'm going to do. I want to learn. So I want to start as on a floor going up. So it's not like I'm going to rush and just skyrocket and do this. I don't have to do that. All that can come as I go. I'm not in a hurry.
I love that. Started Asmode is like start from the bottom. Yeah, bottom up. Starting from the bottom. And I think there's always joy in learning, to be honest. There's always joy in learning, because I think it helps you appreciate the process more, rather than when it just happens. I like using these examples. I have two friends who each of these people got 100,000 subscribers on their channels, but they just don't post content. They were not it happened overnight, so they just don't post content. Because, and I have to ask one, and they said, Goga was not ready for 100,000 subscribers. I didn't ask for it. I wasn't ready. I was content with my small growth. And then all of a sudden a video goes viral and now I'm at 200,000 subscribers. Leave me alone, Goga. What are you saying that I have a silver button? Yeah. And I was like, yeah, so I totally agree with what you're saying in terms of giving yourself the gift of learning. Give yourself the gift of learning, just to be able to make sure that you're growing. You also talked about earlier having different roles that you play in your life as a human being. You're a mother to your son. You're a wellness coach. You're a life coach. You're a sister, because you're visiting your sister right now. You're a daughter. You're an author. You are a content creator. You are an actress, maybe. You are a lot of things that we play. And this bring out different personalities that is Nahia. How do you navigate all these different roles and still stay sane? And what will transformation look like? If I'm embracing transformation as the goal, what will transformation look like with all these different roles that I play, or these different hats that I wear? Because heavy is the crown. Heavy is the crown. So how does transformation fit in all these roles that you play outside just being Nahia?
So I believe that as you are born into this life, you are not just here for one thing. You are here to experience life, and whatever desire you have or whatever makes you excited, you are meant to experience it. So you're not supposed to be like, oh, I'm a coach. I'm all these things. And the moment you make peace with you having all these experiences, the transformation takes care of itself. Because one, you are not guilt-tripping yourself.
Nice.
Because you might be a life coach, and then you really want acting so bad. And then you say, okay, so how will my audience say that a life coach is in acting? Hello? Who is making these rules?
I love that.
This is your life. Live it. If you want to wake up and experience ballet dancing, if you want to dance salsa, you want to learn yoga, you want to meditate, you want to, you want to do whatever this is your moment. Do it. So quit these things of guilt tripping yourself. Don't do that. Because at the end of the day, remember we talked about the relationship with yourself. What type of relationship do you have with yourself? So if you keep guilt tripping yourself, then you have a toxic relationship with yourself, because you're trying to please the people outside of you. We are here to experience you, but we are not here to control your life. You have to know that. You choose what we experience of you. It's you. It's your call. It's you. So if you want to do something, do that. Go ahead and do it. And quit guilt tripping yourself. We are all here trying to figure out our life. It's a mess. We are all dysfunction over here. Hello? We all want to be in your shoes. We want to have your strength. We want to be there. We want to be able to make your decisions. So make them. Even when you make them, you are teaching us to make those decisions as well for ourselves. So there's no rules.
I love that.
I'm a mother. I'm a friend. I'm a coach. I'm a healer. I'm a transformation coach. I love dancing. Okay? I do all those things. I love traveling to the bone. Okay? I love writing, painting. I'm not here to just live one experience. I'm here to have it all.
Ooh. Guys. Yeah. Guys, are you listening? And Steven, my house kid, is like, how did she know? I want to be a ballet dancer. Wow, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. She was just using that as an example, but go for it. And then Kisha is saying, our brother will ask questions to invoke answers to discover a side of us that we did not know existed. Oh, thank you so much. It's amazing to help us see ourselves as we are right now. I define me. Nahia Ali is attuned. Absolutely. And I like how she said it. Yeah, like, why not? What stops you? Why not? Who made the rules? You know, that question was very powerful. Who made the rules? Who made the rules? I think that's it on my side. Unless there's anything you want us to like weigh in, I think I've finished my questions and I've been keeping tabs on the chat. I don't see any major question that is popping other than people saying hi and stuff.
Can I
sorry, got.
I'm going to do a retreat, a healing retreat, but now I did have a destination. I think I'm going to do it in Kenya.
Whoa! I'll be there. Add me. I'll help. I'll be part of the organizing committee.
Definitely. I'm going to do that retreat, and it's going to give me an opportunity to visit Kenya. Because I have... How about that? We need to bond a little, you know?
Awesome. That's good. Let me just acknowledge a raid from Yes Nomads, my amazing, beautiful sister from the United Kingdom. Thank you so much, Yes Nomads, for the raid. Thank you so much, Nomads, for the raid. I really appreciate the support. Thank you so much for bringing in your community and your family here. I am so sorry. I have people. I think I have my passport officers who normally delay people before they come in. But thank you so much, Nomads, for making it for this stream. I really appreciate the raid. Thank you so much. I think Yes Nomad raid. I think her people are locked with because of my passport officers, but they'll be coming in shortly. Yes Nomad is already connected to me, so I think the guys are probably held with the subscriber mode or something. Kenya, it is healing retreat. What does that look like? You know, like have you done like some of these before, and which have been the previous destinations? Because I think that will be fun.
So this has been one of my callings for a very long time. And I've been so busy that have not been creating time for this retreat, but I feel like I need to do this retreat. I need to do it. So this is going to be my first ever retreat, but I wanted to do women's retreat, but I'm going to rethink that because I wanted to first do women's retreat. It's going to be more, we want to do practices. I'm going to also add in my breaking cycles practices. We are going to do meditations, hypnosis. Then we're going to do yoga. Now I have a yoga trainer already. We're going to do some yoga, you know. Then we going to visit places, and then we want to do like a soul tribe. We want to support each other.
Nice.
Yeah, so I feel like it's time. It's time to do that. And I'm going to update you, Goga. I'm going to update you. Actually, let me write it here. Update you.
We'll have a side chat. Actually, that's a good idea. And I can introduce you to some lady I know who has done something similar. But especially on the soul tribe here, but she has an amazing way she normally organizes it. I know she's also been very busy, life happening in the way she got a baby, you know, her first son, and you know, it's just threw her off her game. But I know she's working on her way back, and those are like contacts I'll be more than happy to share just for you to be able to see how you can side chat. There's also a very beautiful instructor who came to my studio the other day. She's based in Bali. She did a very nice safari, and it was amazing. Like, I love how I listen to you and I see her, because you guys have the same energy. There's a way she commands the room, and you know, it's just very powerful. And I think as I like saying, I was raised by very powerful women too, so I always have a lot of respect, especially when it comes to women, and especially when they match, you know, when they have this amazing energy that they are willing to share with the world. And I think, we'll make it happen. And I'll be more than happy to be part of that process. Okay. Yeah. All right. Any question? OMB, David Ant, any question? David Ant is excited. I think he'll be coming for the healing retreat. He will do for us the music. Tina Lee and Asmode and Tai are like in the bush. I don't know that they'll come for the retreat, but they'll be welcome either way. They can be assisting. And then, so I think, did I miss anything? Did I miss any question, guys? Did I miss any question? I've kept the host for so long. I don't want to make her overstay when she has other things to do. Okay, I think I'm up to date. Kisha, did I miss anything? I think we are good, right? We are good. Nahia, Asmode, have you connected to Nahia before you start asking me these questions? Okay, Asmode wants to be part of the retreat as well. Perfect. All right. Nahia, I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that we actually had time to have this conversation. Congratulations on your first live stream. I think you did amazing. You did amazing. If you need any particular support in terms of any help, please feel free to always feel free to always tap into the community. I was having a side interview with Nahia before the live stream, and I was telling her that she doesn't need to worry because the community is very warm, and she'll be very safe. Of course, other than the random questions that pop up, I think it went very well. I hope you'll come back again. Feel very welcome to this community. We'll be more than happy to support you as much as you can. And thank you so much for sharing your insights, when it comes to transformation, when it comes to healing, when it comes to breaking generational cycles, and when it comes to affirmations. I love the aspect of I'm in flow right now. And also thank you so much for the warnings that we need to look to make sure we watch out for, especially in this space, social media and those kind of things. I think those are very good and crisp points that were very worth the time and worth you highlighting. So thank you so much for bringing that out. Is there anything that anybody on the chat feels that Nahia has not said? You can go to her channel. She also has an Instagram. You can tell them your Instagram so that they can find you there in case for booking. Steven has said he's going to book a session. He says he has a lot of questions, but he doesn't want to ask them in public. He will book a session with the coach just to be able to be guided through this process. So I hope he follows it up. Steven, if you don't follow it up, I will pressure you. And I will ask. Yeah, I will ask.
Email at actually, let me chat you the email so that you can.
All right. Yeah, you can even put it. You can even put it on your chat. Like you can tell me, and then I can. You can even type it, and then I'll highlight it for anybody who wants to reach out. Tai Travel says, I wouldn't have imagined this is her first live stream. Oh, well, she's a coach. She probably does this, like, she speaks to people every single day. Yeah. So, is there a booking link? Okay, so now they're asking for your booking link. They're asking for okay, she's going to share that information out. What is your preferred way of people reaching out to you in case they want to book a session? Email or Instagram or smoke signals?
Message me on Instagram, and then you can also send me an email as well.
Okay, cool.
Because I'm checking my emails, but I'm just I have so many emails, so I want to.
Yes, give us don't give us the YouTube one. Give us the one that you'll prefer. You can check her out. She's called Nahia Ali on Instagram, like just the way her name is written at the base of her picture or her box. That's her name. She's the only one on Instagram with that name. So please, you'll find she's the only one. She has a picture there. It is Nahia Ali. One word. You can search for it. AA. Nahia. Am I pronouncing her name correctly, Nahia?
Yeah. Good.
Okay. Yeah, Nahia Ali. So you can connect those.
Yeah.
Steven says, no pressure, Goga. I am doing this. Yes. Speak to a coach, Steven. As David Hunt likes saying, they will set you straight. They will set you straight. Speak to the coach. Speak to the coach. All right, just awesome. I got it.
PM on
Okay, let me just highlight the. Can I share it with them in public here? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have to ask just in case.
Yeah.
So guys, that's our email in addition to our Instagram. I've just dropped it there. It's there. You can see it there on my. Steven doesn't use Instagram anymore, but Steven, there is an email. I know you use an email because you are rich. So
if he's not using an email, you can also send me a message or a comment or something. I'm gonna be active doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've given the email. Steven communicates best on email as well. So I've given you that. Steven, I will also send it to your private message because I have your contact. You know, Steven likes this person. He's my member, so I'm going to send it to him. It's called customer relationship management. Steven, I've also sent it to your Instagram. Sorry, I've sent it to your WhatsApp as well. I've sent you your email, so you don't need to like struggle. You don't need to like struggle. Okay. Guys, was this helpful? If you loved Nahia's conversation, please give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go to her channel and drop her a thumbs up and give her that nice YouTube heart. If you enjoyed this conversation, then we'll keep having more of these conversations. Yes, so the channel is still pinned up there. It's going to stay there until I end the live stream. So make sure you connect to her connect there to her. She's going to like revive it. I think it will be very important even as she works on she finalizes on her book. It's going to be a good way of also promoting the book and and whatnot. Are you considering podcasts as well?
Yes. I'm doing stuff. I had to free myself from so many things that I was doing, and I said I need to put myself out there because I feel like I'm ready. So I'm going to do a podcast, but I want to do live streams more, and also if you guys can just leave me comments or whatever, just to give me questions just so I can do videos for you, whatever you want to know. You can just give me a message or whatever so that I can see it and then figure out how we're going to do. Maybe I will answer you in a live, or I will just do a video for you. It's like giving me maybe a bit of a push for me to go back into this.
Perfect. Juba is like saying, okay. Thank you so much. I see Juba. I see Juba on the other side. Perfect. Steven got the number, the email rather. Okay, so Steven, thank you so much for acknowledging that. Yeah, but I think that's pretty much it. Guys, I don't see thumbs up. Can you go there? Go to Nahia's place, give her thumbs ups. Get out of my live stream, and then I'm going to send you back. Once she leaves, I'm going to send you back. Then you come here, then we raid. We're going to send you on a raid. I know some of you don't like living here because you're like, okay, I'll miss the flight. I will miss the flight on your raid. You can go there, give your thumbs up. She's literally on the same live stream. You don't need to worry so much. There's a live stream that is running on her channel. Her first live stream on YouTube is running on her channel. Go to that live stream. You will know when I'm ending the live stream, and then you can run back here real quick, and then we'll be able to send you on a raid. Because I know some of you don't like missing the raid, and that's why you don't like moving. You're like, okay, no, but I'll miss the flight. Okay, I'll miss the flight. I don't want to miss the flight. You're not going to miss the flight. Go give a thumbs up. Stay there for a bit, and then I will bring you back here. Then you can take the flight. Okay. Dida Safari, welcome. Nahia, this has been fun. Unless there's any particular thing that you feel you need to share with us, I think I've gotten, I've made progress with what I wanted to ask. You've addressed all my questions. I've seen. I like the sneak peek you gave us of the book, and we'll be looking forward to reading the book. But above all, I look forward to more of those affirmations because I know they don't take a lot of your time on your channel. Because I like how they keep people going, and I think sometimes you have a gift, and please keep sharing it with us. Even though we may not be the clients, But at least when we stumble upon this content and these affirmations, they make us also just think about our transformation on a very different level. So thank you so much. I will now give you a chance to just sign off. Signing off means I'm going to give you the platform. Tell these people what you want them to what you want to tell them, and then you can also promote yourself. Use this moment to also promote yourself. So sell yourself. There are 30 of you there are 30 people looking at you right now. So sell yourself and ask them what you need from them.
Well, I feel like I've been selling myself. And I don't like that word, selling myself, because I'm not here to sell anything. If you like what I do and what I have made, then you are welcome to purchase anything if I make any product. But I don't want to say I'm selling anything. If it's of value, then you are giving each other value. That's how I say it. But I'm very, very, very grateful that I'm here with you guys. You are amazing, and I loved your questions. And I just hope that we keep this connection on my channel as well, because I've not been posting for a while. I have this, what is it called? I'm frightened in a way. So I think I want to go back. But if you guys are there messaging me or giving me thumbs up or commenting or subscribing as well, I'm going to be posting more and also doing more live streams as well. So I'm very serious about the retreat, and I think I have a destination. It's going to be Kenya, but I'm not sure which part of Kenya, but it's going to be in Kenya, because I feel like it's going to be an amazing place for me to go and connect such beautiful people. So the retreat is going to be there. I was first thinking, one of my friends that we are doing the retreat with, he was emphasizing we do women first, but we are going to talk about it, and I will update you guys on my channel as well. My book is coming out. It's my baby. I'm still working on it. I didn't even want to talk about it, that it's coming out, but it is, and I'm so excited that you guys are going to know me on another level in a way. It's like me being so raw. It's like, but you'll see. I think you'll like it. I also started a non-profit as well, which I will also give you details if you guys want to know. I'm also doing Teen Spirit in high schools or colleges. So I'm going to be doing that more often when I leave Dubai. I might be leaving Dubai in a few. I won't say specifically, but in a few. And I want to do Teen Spirit. Let me just say in East Africa. I think I'm gonna give myself that, so that these teenagers need some motivation, and they need a voice that is their friend. They need someone that can understand and someone who can really be there for them. So I want to do that, and if you want to join me, I'll be glad, and I'll be very honored to work with you so that we can do this together. Yes, the Teen Spirit is amazing. We want to do it. I think that's it. I'm not selling you anything, guys. If you want to book an appointment with me, the email is there. You can book an appointment with me, but it's going to be good prices. Don't have to worry about that. Okay? So that we can move on, because we need to help one another and we need to heal whatever is going on with us. So I'm out here to play with you if you want to play with me. How about that?
What a nice way to sign off. Thank you so much, Nahia. You have some very beautiful comments. Guys, the email is there as well, in addition to our Instagram, which is the same, Nahia Ali. So you can check out Instagram. You have some very beautiful messages that I think I wanted to just drop here. Number one, Darlene Bustamante is watching you from Chicago, says, thank you for sharing your golden nuggets to living a more healthy and positive life as we strive to be successful. You're greatly appreciated. And then Steven says, Nahia, such a great and inspiring interview. Thank you. Thank you. And of course, there are all these other amazing people who are sending you hearts and love and everything. So everybody is appreciating the interview. So thank you so much, Nahia, for really making the time. And I'm glad we did this before you get busy next week. And I think it was a conversation worth having. I was very curious when you were just signing off, because I was like, what is the book writing process like? Like, how does it feel? Like, just like, what does that feel like? Just as you leave.
The writing of the book?
Yeah.
It feels messy.
Oh. Messy is good.
Messy is good. Very messy. I can't tell you. I have so many. I'm always writing. Like, I have books I write. Like this one, I bought it like in a week. I'm always writing. That one is done. Then this one, remember the affirmation bit? I'm always having affirmation there. This one is also almost done. I have so many things I'm always writing, so it's going to be messy. It's messy, but we try to put the puzzles together. So that's what I can. And it's going to be different for each one of you, because your stories are different and what you want to talk about and write about is different. So just embrace it. Embrace the messiness.
I know, somebody used to say growth is messy, but it's kind of necessary. So growth is kind of messy.
You're stuck on a chapter. You said you're stuck on a chapter. If you're stuck on a chapter, maybe it's time for you to look for a different way. Maybe take a route in a way, or see things in a different perspective. If you get stuck, it's because there's something you're not seeing. So if you try and do it in a different way, or see it on a different way, or step out of it and look at it, or ask deep questions to yourself, or maybe you need to discover something about you. And when you do that, then that is gonna, shift. It's gonna like dissolve away.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Nahia. This was fun. You're always most welcome. I'm looking forward to more engagements. I know I've kept you here longer than necessary. You're supposed to be here for 1.5 hours, but you stayed with me for 2 and almost 3 hours, double the time that you had planned. So thank you so much for really sparing the extra time. But as you can tell, it was a very engaging conversation. And as I warned you, you will get the questions that you see. It kept us going and the comments. So thank you so much, guys. If you don't have Nahia, please run back there. I'm going to give her a few minutes. So I'll be able to end your live stream on the other side. So you just need to signal me. But I know there are people who are in there to connect to you. So if you're at Nahia's, I'm giving you 1 minute to connect to our house while on that live stream. And then you can jump back here. Then I will send you guys on a flight. Because I know Nahia still can't send you guys on a flight. So you have to come here. Come to Goga Airport. And then I will send you to the flight. I will pick a place where you are going for the flight, for the next flight. But go there so that you can give her that love. And then in about a minute, I will end her live stream so that you can all come back here. All right. So thank you so much, Nahia. You are officially released. You're most welcome. And once again, thank you so much for your time. And thank you so much for making this happen.